All right, all right, all right. Here we go. All right, let's see here. Sorry, just got one thing I'm here doing. See if I can't get myself organized a bit. There we go. All right, here we go. So today we're going to end up playing with tanks. I double check. We still have our. You can see that by right here. See that's popping up. That it means I still have my mods. They haven't done another update, so I checked that earlier before I hit the stream button. So, and I did do something. I added a little bit of gold and silver, or credits they call it here on the on the PC. Oh, wait a minute. I don't have my. There he is. Avatar. I don't know. It looks like it's a little small. I can never figure out how exactly to put how big to make this guy, or. Yeah, so usually in that position you might, it might block the map, the mini map, but we can bring that to the middle of the screen by hitting the button. All right. So let's see, what shall we do? I was playing a little bit earlier just to make sure everything was working correctly, and I think I'm going to go ahead and play this again. So yesterday I did have a one-day conference I went to in Lincoln, Nebraska. I said earlier, I said it was Omaha, but that was incorrect. Lincoln at UNL, University of Nebraska, Lincoln. The conference was on the thing called Clifton Strengths. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. It's been around since the 50s, 60s, whatever. The guy that developed the assessment that you can take and figure out your strengths actually was a professor there at UNL, and he's considered the father of positive psychology. So his statement was, what will happen when we start looking at people's strengths rather than their weaknesses? And that's what he did, and he developed this assessment that shows you it's called Clifton Strengths. It's now managed by Gallup, the Gallup organization. But you can go in, pay a little bit, and you can get you can do the assessment, and then you get either just a report for your top 5, or you can do one that shows all 34 strengths that you have at whatever. Like I have a top 5, a top 10, that kind of thing. So yeah, we do that. Some schools do that all the time. I mean, they start from like freshman seminar. We are only a 2-year school, so we don't do it for everybody like that. But we have now started where this next semester, everybody takes it, because that's in the business degree, because it is now a requirement for the degree. So you have to take a particular course, and the course will include Clifton Strengths. So everybody will know their strengths and stuff. So some schools, they put it on their email signatures. They put it on their door. You got your name, and have right below it have the strengths. all kinds of stuff. So we haven't done that at our school, but I know they're like UNK, University of Nebraska, Kearney is actually doing that. They're implementing that now. That level of integration. Now, this is not a good map for a Tier 9 artillery. This is a Tier 9 game, so we're not low or anything, but it's a really small map. So it doesn't really give us any place to hide. People will come to this one. This will not be a long game, not in this map. kind of hard to tell. But if you were to go up here, just like just in the ways, you can see all the way. You can see the other team's base. Yeah, it's that small. Even traveling a river like this is a bit of a problem because it might even see me right now down this. So I did get across. Okay, cool. Yeah, I've seen tanks come around this way in their fighting, so it may not be a good choice, but it's not really a good choice for artillery in this map. See, I can see without going into the artillery mode or anything. I can already see the other teams. Only 650 meters. So even that little Bishop tank, the Tier 5 artillery for from the UK that has no distance on it actually would work on this map. They chopped everybody already? That moved. And they did not cooperate. They never cooperate. Here's some more people. They'll be moving around. Ah, cool. Ah, okay. Those guys were in the wrong spot at the wrong time. Oh, 45. Yay! Woohoo! Ah. You guys are all dead there. $67. Oh yeah, we're down by 3. There. I'm about ready to die. Yep. Yep, I saw that. Like I said, they come around here. If I tried to move, I would have been taken out anyway. So. Not a map you can move around very much. We're down by 3 now. Yeah, they've only got 2 left. Somebody's up there. These are the guys that came down there. I don't know why they're coming after our base. Oh, we're going after their base. Okay, I got it. I got it. We only got 1 left. Oh no, they're capturing our base. That's what I thought. Okay. This is probably not a strong enough tank to take everybody tier 8 and a tier 9 game. Yeah, we did not do anything. No, we lost. We're going to capture the base. Yeah, they still have 6, so they would have 2 people. They just have 4 people to come in. If I was, the other 4 should come to their base so they can take our tank, our last tank out. But they didn't. They let it go. I was told one time, I'm not sure how long ago it was, but that defeating all the tanks is better than capturing the base. Get more points or something. Bonus points, whatnot. Well, hang on. I decided I want to try to build up the combat XP for this tank so I can get my next tank. And I'm probably going to end up having to spend gold on it. I mean, that's just the basics. Because it's such a high tank, tier 10. I just want to get that to the golds, not, I'm not spending all my gold, let's put it that way. I could upgrade right now. Maybe like 8,100 gold, and I don't want to spend that much. But if I have these bonuses going, it doesn't matter if I've already won one game in that tank. I can continue on and get bonuses as I go. So hopefully that'll work. Yeah, I thought about maybe playing the tanks that can earn bonds, but I'm like, nah. I don't really earn them that much. I earn most of my bonds in getting missions done. So, but that's hit and miss for me at least. I'm not one that gets tons of missions done all the time. So once in a while I get one and I get some. I'll get some. Yeah, there are some times. What was that? Emperor's Challenge. There was that I got a lot of bonds off of that one. Because I made it, I got all the way through all levels. Then there is that one with, it's called Iron something, I can't remember, Iron Battles or something like that. That's the one where you had only the 6 tanks, and each tank had their own skills that unlocked the farther you got into the game, the more, the more points or experience you got during that battle. And I got a lot of bonds in that. And when I had signed up, I had 10,000 bonds. Didn't know what they were. I had no idea. Because I'd never played the PC on a regular basis. This is back around the holiday season. So I'm like, okay. So I saw that there were tanks. You can use bonds to buy tanks. I'm like, oh, that's not too bad. I went ahead and bought that, the Death Star. And that took a good chunk of my bonds away. And then I used the rest of them basically to get the extra skills and components, the ones that you have for the crew and for the tank. And they'll take 15, 20 bonds every time, every battle. So eventually I ran out pretty much. I was able to build it up a little bit over time. Yeah, this is another map that's very difficult. There's no place really to put your tank. Not really. But it wants artillery tank. There's no real good spots to put this one. Just choose the worst. On this side of the map, at least. The other side has a couple of depressions to it. Near the water that work. Like, see, come back here. Look what you can see right there. You can see. The tanks will be able to see you. But I had one, I don't know, it came through the middle down here, through where that Rheinmetall Panzer is, that one in the red with PZW at the end. It must have come right through there, and it came, and like, I'm talking like within the first 15 seconds of the game, there was a light tank right there shooting at me. I'm like, come on, dudes. Pay attention at least. And I was just fortunate that there was still a tank destroyer right there, and he took that light tank out, so I wasn't killed in the first 30 seconds of the game, you know? But it was really stupid how it was. To let that tank come all the way through like that. Now here, this is something that might, I don't know if this is going to let me do it or not. There are some, because of the holes in the buildings and stuff there, sometimes you can actually shoot at people. It's kind of like Pilsen does the same thing. It lets me lob right through the opening. But yes, that's one thing I don't really like about this map. It's got that big building, and it's got this overhang here, and it's very difficult. It says I can shoot, but I know it goes into the girders and stuff. So you just end up wasting a round. This guy will go away before I get reloaded, yeah. And he's behind something, even though it says I can do it. There's no way. This maybe, if he gets right there, I can. There's a notch in here I can hit right there, but I hesitate to do that because he's not visible. I don't know, I haven't really been able to hit anybody that's, for a while now, that's not visible, so. I got that. Yeah, but he's underneath the, yeah, he's back here. Yep, not a whole lot that really is useful. That guy's in the way. He keeps moving back. See right here. But not right there. Nope, not there. Push him back, guys. Push him back, way back. Oh, something just got taken out. Yep, my little dude there. Yeah, it just isn't anything to shoot up here. There it goes.
That was close.
man. Uh-oh, gonna come behind you. Ooh. Oh, that's it. I love that when people bop into me and they got lower health than I do and they die. I'm like, okay. It's suicide. Suicide by tank. That's what that is. We got up here. Always lose them as soon as I get them. Or that happens to them. Or they die before I can. See, it says I can hit them, but then it hits into the rock. Terrible. Terrible. Just terrible. Terrible. Why is there a medium tank way back here? I know some medium tanks are considered snipers, but still. Like that tank I bought that was basically a bill of goods. Thought it was the siege mode, but it wasn't. Yeah. I haven't gotten rid of it yet, but I'm going to, because I bought that on. And I know, they didn't lie. I misread it. I was thinking that pneumatic thing was siege mode. Couldn't find out it wasn't. One? Why bother? That's crazy. Oop. Ah, the wrong button again. I always do that. Hit the escape button and then come back. I try to hit so it's back to the garage instead of back to the battle. There we go, finally! After 8 and 1, I get 287. Ugh. This is the, yeah, this is a Chinese tank. Or Kari, is that Chinese or is that Japanese? Oh, I did kill it. Hey, finally. Finally. Destroyed when I didn't see it. That's what I know that was still possible. That's a long time now. What is it? Trying to see what their artillery was.
Enemy armor is destroyed.
Grizzly Adams. I like that one. Grizzly D. Adams. That's nice. Keep him spotted, guys. Keep him spotted. That's 3. That is 3. And you get a lot of XP, only 761, but I knocked out 3 tanks, so. Yahoo! Awesome. Look at that. Look at that. Still only got me to the 3rd level, though. What other things do I have here? Victory. Nope. All right. Fine. Yeah, I'm thinking about that. Just give me a minute here. I'm going to... And it's not what I thought it was, so I'm going to go ahead and sell this off. Yep. It's only 680,000 756. But yeah, it's not what I thought it was, so. All right. Back to here. Pip. Let's check this out now. No, I gotta spend. Oh yeah, I'm trying to get it below 7,000. Yeah, I'd like to get it below 7,000. Then I'm gonna go ahead and upgrade. Move my crew from the tier 9 to the tier 10. The tier 8 goes to the tier 10 to the tier 9 crew, and then I'm going to get rid of the tier 8 because I don't have a crew for it. Either I'll just put a, dumpy little crew in it or something. I don't know. Might cost a little bit to do that. Move the crews, but I don't care. That's why I've been building up their skills. When these guys all have 4 skills, except for this one's got 8. These guys only got 3, and they're working on the 8th one, working on the 4th one, etc. But still, yeah, that's definitely going in my tier 10. And the tier 10 does have a 6-man crew, which I thought that was weird on artillery. Cray. Oh, excuse me. Summer cold's holding on a little bit. Not quite as snuffy as I was, but still. Yeah, I've been tracking. I want to get Chief of the Army here soon. On a house soon, but I'd like to get some more tanks under my belt here. not doing that anytime soon. Being the top player. Yeah, some of those little missions and stuff, tasks that they have, some are easier for me to do than others. Being the top of both teams, not really in my class. Kind of wasting a shell trying to shoot these guys because it's just not in a spot where I can really do much. See here. Oh, if I could see this guy, I could, but I can't see him. He goes in between the hill. Keep going, keep going. Ah. Get them, guys. Come on. Get down there. Oh, you're pointing the wrong way. Why? Doofus? They're all pointing towards that light tank, which, like, why? This is a heavy here, isn't it? Yeah. Heavy right there. Heavy here, and they're pointing towards the light tank. And this tank destroyer dude. Really? Why? Well, I suppose these guys are. That's weird. I don't know what's going on. I can't even use that. What the heck? Ah. stunned. Hit him, guys. Come on. Oh man, we're only up by one? That's weird. Well, they only have 2 tier 10s left, so cool. No, we're down to 1. Get him. Go get him. Breathe on that guy wrong and he would go. He would be destroyed. Why is that dude not spotted? Look at it. Ah! There we go. Like I said, you breathe on that guy wrong. All right.
Time to roll out.
I was afraid that if over there, I might actually be seen from the right side from quite a distance. Careful. Yeah, he's a goner. Yep. Figured as much. Surrounded by the enemy. What is that that was up there? Oh yeah, artillery right there. Yep, not anymore. We're up by 2. There's a couple of tanks there. There's that tank right there. I think there was also a tank destroyer right there, wasn't there? Pretty sure. Yep. We're on it by 1 now. Whoops. Oopsie poopsie poo. Come on, get him. Ah, somebody else got it. Stick his nose in there. Uh-oh, only up by 1. But we are up. Unfortunately, 2 of our tanks, half of our tanks that we have left. Oh no, we're down by 1. Our artillery, so. And the other 2 guys are. One's back there. And one's right here. So let's support this guy. There we go. That's the way it's done. Uh-huh. That's the way. Of course, there's only, we killed our guy, so. Not good. Not good, Mav. Not good. Yep. Here he comes. Here he comes. Come around the other side. He didn't help much. Yep.
We're done for. Everyone get out.
Yep. Lost too many tanks. Yep. Still got some bonuses going, so we're going to play a little bit. Then we'll take a break after the bonuses are done. So I'm pretty sure I'll be able to get streaming in the rest of the week, but next week might be a little bit spotty because my wife has knee replacement surgery next week. So that's on Tuesday. So Monday I'm probably good, but after that, Tuesday, maybe even Wednesday, I might not be able to again. So we'll see how that goes. And then towards once we get into August, I've got to switch back to doing the evenings because of school starting back up, and I'm a professor at a community college, so that's the work day. All right. Well, by the time we take so long to get into the game, maybe the bonuses will be done by then, huh? Don't know. Okay. This has been a little bit since I played this one. This is Abby. Where do I put this one? I'm the only exit agent. It's a little different for each side, so I think for this side, gotta be careful, there's a bit of a drop off. Flying over here, and then I go boom, and then there's an explosion, and I'm in back in the garage. Yeah, it's a little tough here because I've got that big rocket. Right here for a bit. Don't have to worry about reach on this tag. I can reach anywhere. It's whether or not they're locked, huh? Or they move on me. There you go. Thanks for not moving too much. You almost cooperated with me. This seems to be a good place to speak. I know there's going to be a battle here. That's why. It's a good spot. We're supporting our team. And once we can see at least. Yeah, I don't want to hear it close. I want to hear that it did something, dude. Oy. Back in the day before they nerfed these artillery, used to be able to hit two people right like that, and you could take them out, even if they had some help. Nowadays, yeah, definitely nerfed artillery. I got two of them. That's good. I got a twofer. Bunch up like that, I'll just drop it right in there. Yes. I read science fiction, and I was reading a science fiction book. It's actually like a little RPG that has levels that they go through, but it's more hard science fiction, military science fiction than RPG. They were using the Marines were using the claymores. The way they were using them is just. It's like, you ever watched I think it was the second Rambo when he was in the, third one, when he was in the helicopter with the POW behind him, and he flew the crippled helicopter in at the end. But in the end, he had like a hole in his windshield, and he shot the light anti-tank weapon through from the cockpit. That would have destroyed, that would have burned everybody up because of the back. So they were using what they call claymores, and claymores are the same thing. Claymores have a backblast, 6 meters, and then up to like 6 feet, and then 10 feet behind, and they're strapping it to the people, they're strapping it to the ship, to the spaceship, and shooting it out from front. That, unless they've redesigned the claymores, that does not work. That's one thing they drilled into us during basic training was there is, you have to be clear. You have to clear that backblast area. And we were taught how to use the laws, light anti-tank weapons, the same thing. Backblast area clear. And if you don't, then it definitely was a Hollywood thing. Let's put it that way. It was a movie thing. It wasn't true at all. The same thing with this. And I put it in the review. That's a big plot hole. You tell the guy that was writing thing. He's a good writer. So far, it's been a really good book. But that was one thing. He spent his time in the military on submarines. You can tell. He never went through basic training like Army or Marines. Ah, shoot. I shot way back there. So, yeah, because claymores, you don't stand right behind a claymore. That's a kill zone. Front is the biggest thing, 60 degree arc. Just wipe everything out in front of it, but there is a backblast. And he didn't say in his books, oh, it's a new generation of claymore, and there's no backblast, blah, blah, blah. Didn't say that. That was not a claim in his. Ah, shoot. I thought he was going to go a little farther, and I was not quite online. Yeah, we're behind. No, we're okay. I keep getting that wrong. They have only 2 more tanks left. Come on, right here. Drop. I'm hitting the button. I'm hitting it. I'm waiting. I'm hitting. Ah, yes. 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 Yeah, I could do that all day long. What is that? What do they have left? Oh, yeah. Oh, Jag Panzer E100? Oh man, that thing is a beast. It's a beast. Yeah, 100. Oof, that's good. That has a ton of armor. Look at that. I only took 116 off of that thing. You need to do heat. HE will give it, will do a little bit more to it than the high explosive. The heat do a little bit better. Man, he's just chewing us up. I don't know how many he's taken out, but it's probably a bit. Oh, it doesn't show. I thought maybe it showed. Didn't do a whole lot. Didn't see it do anything to that thing. It's weird. Be careful. He doesn't have any health left. He's gonna get himself whacked. Let the medium come. Back up, dude. Back up. Keep backing up. The other's got, there you go. That's the way to do it. Work together. Back him up. Nope. Alright. Very good, very good, very good. Not like you'd hear me or anything. They couldn't hear me at all. Ah. Drop my top of my drink. All right, we're going to take a bit of a break. I did not know this was a thing. That you could apply the bonuses here, the multiplier, more than once to a tank. I thought it was just like the, the 2 times multiplier that you have in the garage. But no, it looks like you can apply it, the bonus. Yeah, I've been messing out, dudes. I've been missing out. All right, I'm going to take a quick break. And then along that line, then once we are back, we're going to go for about another hour, or right around there, maybe till like the top of the hour. And we'll be calling it good for today. Okay, we are back and better than ever. I don't like to say that very often, but I do once in a while. Yeah, I've been paying attention to this. I've enjoyed today, so I don't do that very often. Play the same tank over and over, but yeah, we're up to 90,000. Yeah, yeah. I know that without gold I wouldn't be able to do it, but 271. I only had 58 to begin with. So now that I know I can play this and get the bonuses every time we win, why did I not know that before? I'm still learning things, I guess. But oh yeah, we're going to continue on with this because I want to get this. I want to get that tier 10. Yeah, so when I get done with a tech tree like that, I usually keep just the 9 and 10, or maybe the 8 if I really like the 8. But yeah, for the most part, I do try to just keep the last couple of tanks. Because I have other tanks, other trees that I'm working on, right? For lower tier tanks. Okay. You gotta be careful. You go flying over this edge, and you don't have much health to begin with, right? Of course, that big old cliff. Anything on the other side of that cliff, I can't hit. But I can drop a right here. See, this is a lot of times this is where their artillery's at. Oh no, wait, I don't have any other targets before I do that. Of course, he gets away from me. Go figure. You think you're hiding there? You think you're safe? Of course, when you disappear, you're probably safer. There you go. Good job. Teamwork makes the dream work. That was a dumb move. I thought I did some really boneheaded things. But stick your tank right out there where everybody can see it and hit it. Probably not the best move. These guys over here. Well, maybe this one. Because he's come around. Let them know I can come around and hit them. He's a gunner. They're down by 5. Oh my gosh. What in the world are they doing? Falling like flies. Why is this heavy hiding behind a rock? Probably because they're down by 6. But still. This is a heavy. What's he doing? No, that's not heavy. Yeah, it is a heavy. Ooh, that dropped it right over the rock. Oh, that's cool. That is cool. Only 2 more left. There's one. Can't get him. And the other. What? Pulled down. Wow. That was a route. A route. Definitely routed. Looking for followers. Apply it again, yeah. Let's go for it. Let's get all the extra stuff we can. I should have activated this. It can't hurt any. Do it. 92,009. Like I said, I had like 58 to begin with. My gosh, what have I been doing? I would have been putzing along, not getting any progress. Next thing I'm going to do is the French line that has the wheeled tanks. I'm going to try to go down that line because it gets me both French wheeled tanks, and I can do the other branch of that, which is the French light tanks. And I also am working on the French artillery, of course. But yeah, that tank, we didn't play it, but I showed it to you the other day. Duckbill tank. That's a weirdness. One of the weirdest tanks out there. This is a strange looking thing. Looks like somebody, literally looks like somebody patterned that after a duckbill. There is a upgrade to that gets rid of that oval shaped turret. I think the first upgrade for the turret gets you to a more normal looking turret. Kind of does away with the duckbill look, which is kind of sad, really. But, yeah. I don't even know if this is the best place to put this. But the other way, you have to go, over by the castle, and I don't know. Too many heavy tanks for my liking. Going over to the castle. So yeah, that's the problem I have with this. I can't do anything around this castle, so they're on their own. I have to fight over here. I have to. It's, this thing here has got such a huge amount of area over here. And from this side, I've tried to put my artillery over here before, so like over in here. I think when I did that though, I had a lower tier, so I was having a hard time reaching everything. Yeah, see that hit way back here. Ugh. A lot of buildings to work around over here and in this area here. That's up to my other tanker buddies to do their thing. If he wants to go all the way down, I can hit him. Other than that. And there's nothing else. Nobody else is spotted. So now all this stuff over here, there's like nothing. From like, what? E7 through K9, all that whole quadrant there, that basically the southeastern, yeah, finally get something that's been spotted. I got it. I didn't think I was going to, because the angle hadn't, the circle hadn't disposed. In this case, oval hadn't, dispersal was a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. And usually I miss tanks when I have that big of a circle. But yeah, there's nothing down here. There may not be any tanks down here, but I kind of doubt it. I know there's usually some, like say, tank destroyers along here. That tank destroyer here that moved. And usually some light tanks running around, you know, always something. Yeah, this I've got nothing. We do something over here, but nothing down this way. That sucks, man. A little bit more. A little more. I'm not sure what I made it all the way anyway. Something before hitting the side of a building or something. Oh, is that a UDES? Yeah, STRV something. And of course, they don't say spotted, so I have nothing. I don't know why these guys don't have these guys spotted. It's weird. Unless they back down the hill or something. Waiting to reload? I don't know. Maybe. And of course, missed. I can't be pulled in anymore, and I still missed. That's the way of it. 4x3. That guy's bugging out. That's the Skoda. Is that a Czechoslovakia tank, I think. Skoda. Okay, broke it up, huh? Somebody over here? didn't do a whole lot to them, but hey, they get them a little bit. Oh, just take one of our guys out. Booger. You boob. Oh, man. Yeah, there's another tank over here, too. I saw him drop down some. That might be their artillery. Oh, no, their artillery's gone. Huh. Now we're only up by one. Okay, still alive. Not anymore. Uh-oh, somebody got taken out. One more. There was one right here. That's why those trees are knocked down. Oh, they got him. GG. G flippin' G. Oh, I can get used to this. Look at this. 96. And I was setting like half that or whatever. Cray cray. Tech tree. Now if I do this, I got to pay. Yes, I know, I understand. But if we go here, there's a percentage off. Right there. We're down to 67. I'll have to get it down a little bit more because I've got the, I know I said under 7,000, but I still have these bonuses. Plus, we still have like 3 more of the win bonuses too. So we're gonna continue on. By the end of the day, we'll have the tier 10. By the end of this stream, I will have the tier 10. I may not be able to do much with it because I have to still move the crew and equip it up and all that. But we are going to move that crew into the tier 10. And if I'm not mistaken, this will be the first tier 10 that I've actually earned through the tech tree in the PC game. I bought a tier 10. I received them during the holidays. I received 2 that were from like tier 7 through tier 10, so the 5 tanks. 7, 8, 9, 10. I think it might be 6. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, 5 tanks for each, for 2 different tech trees, 2 different lines. And they gave me a choice of like 6, I think what it was. But I've never earned through the tech tree itself, got to a tier 10. So progressed, I guess, maybe a better word of saying it. A better way of saying it, excuse me, would be I progressed that far. So cool. Cool. All right, take a couple minutes to get in. Yeah, it's been doing that all day. It does it all the time, so I'm not too worried about it. Might only be able to get 1 or 2 more games in, battles, before we go ahead and buy the. But like I said, if I can, I might just wait and do it by that off stream, because if I can get through and get 3 more wins, they'll even make it less expensive to buy. Oh, and I did buy 1 other tank. When I went ahead and spent the money, I had a little bit extra. So I went ahead and got a tank, a light tank. It's a Soviet light tank. It's actually a pretty good tank. So we'll play that a little bit and show it to you next time around. It's like the LT-42 something. I don't know, maybe I'm not going to get into the game. I know in the past, if we'd gone 4 minutes, I would get kicked back to the garage, so I'm not sure if that's still the same. That was when we were playing one of the other, the one where everything was real slippy. Everything was icy. All maps were sliding. And I tried to play the other mode. I forget what it was called. I forget what the mode was called. And it wouldn't work. It would kick me back to the garage. So I ended up having to play the slippy slide one. Okay, yeah, it took over four minutes. Yeah, this is one of those ones that's a really big map. Usually I have no problem reaching the end. This one I will have, because it's a huge map. Just huge. tier 9 match. Not too bad, not too bad. A lot will depend on how the rest of the team plays. We're going to have the heavies going into the city to battle out with the other team's heavies. We're going to have a ton of people going, down the A line instead, or the 1-2 line here. What are we planning to do? Looks like we have a lot of people going to the city, so that should be okay. And a goodly amount going the other way too. So I used to be able to, when I played this map a lot on the Xbox, I used to be able to go through this middle area and fly around and do some spotting. I've tried to do that on the PC, and I'm dead every time. Destroyed the tank. So I can't stop doing it. I play this with light tanks. Haha, thank you. Thank you for just being cooperative with artillery. Not happen very often. Once in a while, people back right into the shell. Yeah, see, I can reach that far. But right here, see, there's a little bit I can't reach. And that's amazing because it's 1,280 meters. It's a huge map, and normally you have no problem reaching across the map. Here you go, buckwheat. Oh, there's a lot of take my pint of flesh here. I don't know what that guy was doing. Come running up here on like what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tanks? Are you freaking stupid or what? Got a death wish. And he's the only one spotting everybody. Cray. Just wanted to get out of the game really fast, right? I gotta go here. Let me keep myself off. Gotta go to a grocery store or something. Oh, see, that guy did not cooperate. He started backing up after I hit the button. I pulled the trigger and he started backing up. Thanks for nothing, dude. I thought I had hit this guy. Maybe this is a different one. Yeah, because he's got full health. The other one I hit, I took what, 345 off of. Can't be the same guy. No regen in this game. You got 20 left. You're a goner, dude. Let's go down standing. Don't be a wimp. Take it like a man. Ooh, somebody got whacked. Ha! Oh! Ooh! Oh, did you see that? Oh, that was cool. Oh my gosh, 771. Woohoo! That's the kind of play that keeps me playing this game. And playing artillery. That was awesome, dude. One city, so that's cool. Yeah, okay. Back up. Ah, never mind. Never mind. I take it back. Where there's somebody right there. We're up by 3, so not too bad. We got 5 left. One of them being Artie. I get over there and sight on him, and then he's gone. Hightail it out of there. Yep. Ah. It's gone before I could pull the trigger. That sucks, man. We got 2 more left. What's that G-Solar thing? It's still over here. Nope, now it's just the artillery. Who knows where it's at, man? It could be like right here. Of course. We got 1 more left. Let's see if we can do 1 more game. Don't know if we will be able to or not. Let's see if we can stretch the game time today a little bit. All right, so let's see what happens. Yeah, so tomorrow we'll continue playing Minecraft. Work on that world that I call the Twitch world. We got a few things I want to do there. I want to get the time wand going. And then once we get the time wand, then we can more easily work with things like occultism and some of the other ones that, you know, have things that take a minute to work through. So we'll probably, after we get to time one, we'll start working with occultism. Find a place to work, you know, to set up. I did last stream. We moved a large power plant thingy. Move that closer to the base, so we would be able to use that for future. I'm not quite real happy where it's at. I might move it. It's fine where it's at, but it's like above the water too much. There's gray for the base of it is gray concrete, and there's 2 layers, and I want 1 layer below it, and it didn't work that way. So I'm looking to maybe see if I can't fix that, which is just cut and paste it again, and then I'll be able to set up some of the devices that I want to work with. I want to work with Agritech and Mystical Agriculture to get that going for that world too. So those are some things we're going to do. I don't know if we're going to do all that in one stream, but we'll see what we can do. We definitely can work on getting the time stones, though. That's time crystals, not stones, crystals. That shouldn't be too hard to do. It just takes a little bit of a few steps here and there, but nothing that we are not ready for. And one thing I need to do, I don't think I did it with that world, is I need to find some what they call geores and get those back to back to base, so we can mine, so we can use them to get things like redstone and gold and even diamonds, quartz. You can get them for coal, but we always have way too much coal. Oh, there's something else that you can get. I forget what it is, but yeah. So they're called geores. It's a gold, diamond. Oh, even amethyst. Yes, of course. Sturtis blocks. Yeah, you can do that as well. So on one world I do that. I left the Sturtis blocks where it's at and then set it up to where it was using logistical networks to be able to move things into storage. So yeah, works out pretty well. All right. So yeah, this is another one. It's pretty hard to know where to put your artillery because of the large mountains. And when you put somebody somewhere, it never is right. Somebody will come around the corner and take you out. Sometimes really quickly. Sometimes not so much. Just depends. And you're not going to have a good field of fire almost any place you're at. What? Am I that deep? Guess I'm not going to do that. I do this because I can still hit all this down here. So hopefully this will still be enough. Here. Stun them at least, I guess. No damage by stunning is too far back. Better I do, because you're not gonna. Ah! Did not cooperate. Of course, they wouldn't have hit him anyways. I was up here one time. Put my artillery like right here, I think. Right here. And our anti-battery hit me right away. I was dead. I mean, I was so upset. Really, dude? Yep. Yep. Get him. Track him. Yeah, last game, when I hit that guy for 711, that might have been the most I've hit for somebody since I started playing on the PC. Artillery on the PC. It's just like, wow, I didn't know we could still do that with these tanks. Thought they'd been nerfed so badly that you weren't able to hit them. Must hit them just in the ammo. Call it ammo racking. Boom, you're done. Yeah, I don't know if those tanks are still even there. Yeah, there's a lot of places on this end to put. You could put your artillery right here. See, I can't even reach that. That's weird. I didn't think this item was that big. I guess it is. I thought this was kind of small. Yeah, not too much in the way. I thought that when I hit that, it would probably either hit this or, you know, the rocks around it. There's a reason they're right there. Oh man, we're tied 6-6. Okay, so anybody's game. If people start dying in droves, then you know who's going to win. Could be either team. Yeah, they're getting close to me. So may not be around much longer. Who knows? Still 7-7. Trade off. See if I can help at all. You stay right there, dude. I'll take you. Right there. Let's do a little counter battery, see what happens. About as far as I can reach, too. He may move to here. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not going to last long enough. Yep.
Bail out. This vehicle has had it.
Yep. I'm not surprised. Too many approaches. Oh, man. Not going to win this one. That's too bad. Okay, but we'll have it by next stream. All right, guys. Have a good day. We will talk to you tomorrow. Bye now.